Hey guys, Ringmaster Ray. Hey, I went by my local coin shop today. Let's see what we picked up and check it out. Here we go. As you can see, I've got a whole stack of nickels here. What's unusual about them? These are all V Nickels. They are slick. He had a whole little box full of them. And for about $7, I bought them all. And what I'm going to do is probably go through them. And if they're really, really bad, I'm just going to nicodate the crap out of them and really kind of bring out some of the detail and see what we can get. So I hope I can fill up some of my album with that, just with some fillers. I mean, they're absolutely worthless as is. So this is going to be kind of fun because it'll still be worthless after I get done. But they're still V Nickels. The other couple of cool things that I did get is this one here. Look at this one. This is a pretty coin. Let me go the other way. There we go. So I picked up this 1943 in beautiful shape here, as you can see here. There we go. And this is going to be a 43S. S mark is over here. Hard with the flip to get it to where I want it, but there we go. There is a little bit of wear probably on the breast feathers, but just barely. This is just a beautiful, brilliant, shiny coin right there. All right, for the next one that I picked up, I have never had one of these, so I thought, why not? I liked the way it looked, and so I went for it. So here we go. This is an ancient Roman right here. And I looked up some information, and I'll include it. I'll show it here in a minute. That way you guys can see it. But I've never had an ancient Roman coin, and I've always looked at them. And so this will make my oldest coin that I've ever had. Can't really get it out of there right at the moment, but the portrait is right there. And it is pretty neat. All right, see you in a little bit. I'll show you this, and then we'll do a close-up. All right, guys, Ringmaster Ray. Hey, what I'm going to be doing today is I bought a huge purchase of a bunch of just completely slicked out V Nickels. This is one of the buffalo nickels that I found in my roll hunt. We're going to nicodate it too. So I've got my nicodate right here just for nickels. And we're going to try to bring out some of the dates on some of these. It was just a big pile of them that they had at my LCS. And no one was ever going to buy them. So I said, I'm not really going to lose anything. I probably spent about $7 for the whole pile. Let's see what kind of dates we get and see how cool it is. Maybe I'll fill some stuff in my album. Even though the coins, it makes them completely worthless. Anyway, they're already worthless. So let's give it a shot, see what happens. All right, here we go. We're going to put on some nicodate on all of these that I have laid out right now. I am not worried about the ruining the coin. I mean, they are toast. They're about as slick as you can get. Actually, I may just dip some in here, and that way we're not wasting some of the acid there. There we go. And we can put them in there. And see what kind of happens with that. I thought about just completely even soaking them in there. May even work better. So let me squeeze some of this in here. We'll do a few at a time that way. And then we'll go from there. All right, I'll bring you back in as soon as we find out what this is going to be. Okay, guys, I'm going to bring you in for a very first one. So this is the before. You can tell nothing. And this is the after. This one came out really nice. Check that out, guys. That didn't get any better than that. That is pretty sweet. 1896 right there. Lots of detail that came out. Holy cow. That came out beautiful. All right, well, let's get some more of these nickels done, see what we get. All right, guys, here's the buffalo there. And this one turned out to be a 1925 right there. So pretty good little coin there, 1925 Philadelphia. So I'm pretty happy with that. That was one that came out of the box. No mint mark right there. All right, let's keep on doing this and we'll see what we get. All right, guys, we got some of these V Nickels cleaned up. I still have quite a few. Ran out of Nicodate, so I'll have to get another bottle of Nicodate before we go through the last of them. But I kind of chose some of the ones here that look like they were in the 1800s, and we'll try to take a look at all of those first, and then we'll fill my album and see what we get. All right, let's get started. All right, for our very first one, we pulled it up there. There we go, 1897 there. Let me turn off this light here because it's kind of, there we go. That way you guys can see it also. Very cool. All right, let's grab the next one. For the next one, it's gonna be a 1911 right there. All right, this one's still pretty worn. It didn't nicodate very well, but this is gonna be a 1907. You can just barely get a date off of it right there as I tilt it back and forth. All right, so we have that one. Some of these came out really good, some of them didn't. So let's see what the next one is here. This one actually came out with pretty good detail there. And we have, that's gonna be an 1888. That is pretty sweet, right there. Let's see if we can, there we go, 1887, right. That is pretty cool. This one's gonna be a 1907. See if we can get a date off of this one. This one is pretty slick. There we go. 1890. Not too bad. They popped through pretty good. Better than I expected. And let's see what this one is. This is going to be an 1889 also. And here we have, I think that's going to be, yeah, 1890. Right there. All right, so here's our next one. Let me zoom back out of here a little bit. There we go. So that one's going to be an 1882, I believe, or an 88. Oh, there we go, 88. There we go, 1888. And let's see what this one is. This one is pretty smooth. Let's see if we can get the date off of it here. I soaked them in vegetable oil after I got done nicodating them, kind of just clean them up a little bit. This one I think is maybe readable. That's going to be an 07 right there. That's what that one looks like. Okay. This one's going to be an 1891. Very cool. This one turned out really nice. It had good detail on it. There we go, 1901. Probably wasn't as worn as some of these older ones. Here we go. 1908. 1905. There we go. Nicer older one there. Good detail. 1887. There's an 88. '98, 1898 right there, pretty sweet. That one is pretty good. '89. Some of the glare off of that one had a little extra on it. See if we can get the date. It's 18. Those last digits pretty tough. 18.8. Can't quite get that last one there. I know it's 1880 something, but it's pretty damaged. I got 2 corroded or 2 damaged right in that area there. It could be an 88 also. So move on to our next one. This one came out pretty nice. It's 1898. There we go, 1896. Where is that? An 86? That could be an 86. I could be wrong on that, reading that. That one's pretty rough. All right, let's take a look at this one. See if we can get anything off of it. This one's pretty smooth too. I can see a couple of numbers there. 90. So it's going to be 1890 something. I can almost get it. Just not quite. Maybe retry that one again. See if I can get a little better detail out of it. This one will come out good. There's an 01. This one's pretty smooth too. Didn't get much on it. Several of these I think I'll probably retry nickedating a little more. 18, possibly 90, right there. There's an 02. Looks like 1880. Can't quite get that one. I think this is going to be an 1884. I think this is an 1884 right there. See the 4 right there popping up. This one's a nice one. This one came out really nice, 1899. Kind of really good detail on it. Kind of came through after all of that. Kind of gives it that wood grain effect though with the nicotine. That's all right. That one came out nice. Let's see what our next one is. This one's pretty smooth. Don't know if we'll get much. Oh no, we did. There we go. There's an 1884. Got that one. That one came out a little better than expected. This one came out pretty well. Another 1899. I think this is going to be a 92. Yep, 1892 there. Get that light it just right. I think it's going to be an 87 or a 97. Let's go with 87 there. This one pretty decent, 87. Here's my buffalo from earlier, from that nickel hunt that I found. And we got this is going to be a 1925 right there. I just kind of threw it in with the rest of this. And it's going to be a filly. It'll go in with all my buffalo nickels. There is an 1890. Grab a drink of Mountain Dew again. There's 1893. This one came out pretty decent. Came out with some pretty good detail on it. $19.11. And you guys have to remember that these nickels were in such bad shape at my LCS that people wouldn't even buy them. That is how bad of shape that they were. And I just thought for fun to do a video on nickodating them. I've nickodated buffaloes before, but I haven't really gone through and nickodated a whole lot of older nickels. So he had this whole tub of worthless, flat, smooth, dateless V Nickels, and I'm like, why not? Let's have some fun and see if we can save some history here by pulling out some dates. So I figured it'd be kind of worth it. There's an 1884, and then I can use some of these as my album fillers too, just for fun, and until I can get some, you know, nicer quality ones. Some of these I'm going to have to clean some of the oil off. Still got quite a bit. There we go. This one is going to be 1888, I believe, or 83. Could be an 83, I believe. That would have been the first year. No, 82 or 83. 82, I think, was the first year. So I think this is going to be an 88, though. We'll go with 88. There's going to be an 87. There's a 99. This one came out pretty decently. That's going to be 1883 right there. You can see the opening between. So that's going to be 83. This one still got good hair detail and everything. Kind of came out. Not too shabby. That's going to be a 97. I think this is going to be another 98 or 88. Yeah, it's going to be an 88 right there. We have an 06. And I believe that's going to be 97. Yep, 1897 right there. 97 or 87. Some of these are really tough. All right, let's see what we got here. This one is pretty rough looking. I don't know if we're gonna find a date on this one. See if we can get it tilted just right. Use some different lights, see if I can get it. That one's gonna be a little too smooth. Well, maybe, there we go. I think I can start to see it now. From this distance, I can see, I think this is going to be an 1891 or 81. There we go. Could be an 81 there. That was pretty rough. I may try that one again. So if we get a date better to come out through it there. All right, let's try a few others here. I got still quite a few left here. We'll go through and see what we come up with. All right, there's a 91 for sure. Not too bad. 1900. Looks like it's going to be a 91. It's got to be a 91 because it can't be a 1890 or 1881 because I think the transition year was the 82 because that's when they had the Racketeer nickel. There's a nice one. Came out 1890. Not too shabby there. Keep bumping the camera here and just zoom it up a little closer. There we go. Turn this light back off. That way we're not having that ring in there. Oh, this one's pretty rough. Let's see if we can get a partial date here. There's an 18.9. Just not quite there. Could be an 1893, 98. Could be about anything. That one's going to be a retry. This one was a rough one, but hey, it came out with a pretty decent date there. It's an 87. You see, it has some major, environmental damage. It has seen better days. Here we go. There's an 1896. That one came out pretty decent. And this one's going to be 1897. Yep, 1887, 97. My best guess. It's pretty corroded right there. Right, let's see what the next one is here. That looks like it's going to be an 1906, I believe. Yeah, there we go. We can get it a little bit there. That's going to be 96. There we go. 83. It's going to be a 91 right there. 1891. That's going to be a 90. 1890 right there. See what our next one's going to be. I gotta clean some of the oil off. There we go. That one's going to be a little too rough, I think, to see right off the top. I'm going to have to retry that one. So we get a few of them coming through. So we had 1890, maybe an 1891. It is pretty rough right there. I may try redoing that one. This one came out pretty decent. There we go. 1885 right there. So that came out with some good details still. Not too shabby on that one. That one will probably go in the album. There's another 1900. this one's going to be a little too slick to get any kind of detail, I think. May have to, no, there we go. It's going to be 89. This one came out with pretty good detail on it. Let's see, 1890. I think it's gonna be 1890 right there. Or it could be a 99. It's gonna be a 99. I can see the bottom part of the loop there of the 9. That's gonna be 1899. There's a 92. Got about 5 left here of this batch. And then I'm gonna do another separate video for the other ones because they're too far gone and slick at this moment. And some of these I'll redo and have those in the future video. So that's gonna be a 98. $95. $96. This one came out pretty decent. It's going to be an 01. This one's going to be 1890. All right, so that's the end of those. I'm going to get these listed by date order, and then we'll get my album out and we'll take a look at it. See you in a moment. All right, guys, this is what I ended up with to add to the album here. We ended up with an 84, an 87, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, a 96, and an 1898 that will get added to the album. So out of all of those, I was able to add some to my album, even though that they were nickedated, but still readable now, which is kind of neat. And we'll see what else we get. I still have a handful, like I said, that I need to go through and get nickedated. Maybe we can fill some other spots in here. That would be nice. All right, guys, we'll see what else we can get. The only thing on my other page that I need to, there we go, just flipped all of those all over the place. I'll just slide those off for a moment, and we'll come back to those. I'll get those added later. Put that back. So the only thing I do need there is the 1912S, which is the key date. So hopefully eventually I'll pick that up. And then we just had the few here that we still needed. All right, guys, if you like this type of video, please hit that like button down below and subscribe, and I'll bring you more content. All right, guys, I hope you had a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time.